last week we was talking about uh, all the seven mudas, right? And that's kind of like streamlines the yourself for ikigai by eliminating the waste, the things that's slowing you down. So we've had Ling Chi, which is understanding death by a thousand cuts, and hansei, which is turning over or looking at. So we got all these things going on in our ikigai, in our kaizen process. So it was interesting this weekend at church. We had a guest speaker, Pastor Eric Clark, and he was talking about vision, and you know, I was really encouraged last night to revisit my vision, right, and to keep it before me, because you lose sight of the stuff that you're trying to do if you write it down. Yeah, this is great, and you close it up and you put it on the shelf. And my notebook's not in. My notebooks are in my office, but of all the ideas and the workshops and all the things that you want to do, and you write it down, and you close it up and you put it on the shelf. Well, Pastor Clark was talking about his main scripture this is for me now. This is what I was taking out of it. His scripture was like it was Habakkuk 2:3, right? And it says, "For the vision is yet for a appointed time, but at the end it will speak, and it will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry." And everybody, it's like write the vision, make it plain, so people can run with it, so you can run with it. He also added these two things. He kept saying this, that you're closer than you were when you started, right? And also remember why you started. So you had your vision, you're working towards your vision, and to be encouraged because you're closer than when you started, and remember why you started. And this was like last night, God was just like, hey, you doing good. You got these things done under your belt. All right, you got 10,000, you did your podcast, you did your 365, now what? And it was kind of like, okay, all things, I'm asking you, now what? And it was like, you already wrote it down. What did we talk about months ago? And I'm like, oh, okay, I have to get back into what I was doing. So revisit your vision. Good morning. So as I was having this little hansei session, I reflected in my thinking chair. I was thinking about the things I think about, all the things I was thankful for coming this far. All right, you brought me from here to here. I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that. And I already know it wasn't me, but all these things have happened. And I started looking back at the visions, all of my what the main reasons were, what the mission statement was, what were my goals at the beginning of the year, and see what's on track and what's not on track. That's what hansei is about. Hansei is like self-reflection. And now we've added these tools, which is like understanding Lynchie, death by a thousand cuts, and turning over and looking at the things that's going right, what's going wrong, and eliminating waste. Now we can apply these things, or he was kind of showing me I can apply these things that I've taught and run it through again, run that vision through again, and see if we can streamline it and get it going. So applying Kaizen, the Kaizen approach to your vision. So start off with death by 1,000 cuts. Remember, our vision can suffer death by 1,000 cuts when we cut corners. And not only cut corners, but it's slowly being snuffed out. It's getting a cut here and a cut there when we start to compromise. Okay, I want to do this, but in order to do this, I need to focus on this a little bit. Or look, squirrel, or nice shiny object over there, and we leave it, and it's getting cut little by little, little by little. Or we write it down and put it on the shelf, and it fades into the abyss of nothingness. What we need to do is to keep it before us, remember. So I'd say that it gets stuffed out by unintentionally not paying attention to it. And that's because we don't have it in front of us. We're not going for it. Now, we might be going towards it. We're always going towards it, but not going for it. You know what I mean? So keep your vision before you. Hansei. Hansei is looking at over the vision and trying to see how we can get there in a way we can handle. How we can get there in a way we can handle. We all have big, big aspirations, big dreams, and things like that. Man, I wanna plant a garden in the backyard. And once you look at this, you look at your backyard and you be like, man, who's gonna till the ground? Who gonna plant it? Who gonna do this? Who gonna do that? Who gonna weed it? Who gonna spray it for bugs? We're ready for the harvest, but when it comes to doing the work, the vision was after the harvest, but you got to get there first. So hansei looks at what's gonna keep you from doing it. Okay, what do I need to do? I need to start to break this down into smaller steps. Okay, first off, I need to till the soil. Then you need to put a plan together to do that one thing. Because when we write down the vision, it's like I said, it's the be. We need to, sometimes we have to reverse engineer that thing. Okay, we got the result here. How did we get here? And that's what hansei is. Hansei is looking at it like, okay, I made this cup. I want to make this cup. How do I make it? What kind of designs do I need to make? What kind of things I need to put in place? What kind of materials do I need? So keeping that before us, don't lose sight. What this does, hansei does, is put motivation and momentum behind what you're doing. Because, like I said, as you're turning it over, as you're looking at the things that you can and can't do, it's right there in front of you. Now, the frustration comes is when we think too big. Kaizen is the incremental growth or improvements, the everyday little things, steps that we get to from taking baby steps to strides, giant strides. So keep us moving forward. We have to see the things that are slowing us down, and that's where the next part goes. The 7 mudas go. Once you apply the 7 mudas, you have those things that are you start to eliminate the things that are slowing you down, the things that are attaching itself to you and delaying you. So, in that process, you have time wasters, wasting time, overthinking things, being distracted, excess processing, wasteful inventory, all the things that we talked about over the last week. And that streamlines the process to where you don't have these things that are weighing you down. You don't have all these things on your back trying to stop you. Not only stop you, but actually like pull you backwards. We end up in a bad place because of these distractions. And you know, conflict and stress is something that we have internally from where our spirit wants to go one way, and we start to go in a different direction, and our spirit is, hey, what are you doing? But you're like, oh man, that looks so nice over there, and you're supposed to be going this way. So there's conflict, and that conflict on the inside of you it comes up as stress, it comes out as stress, because there's not peace. And when you have a vision and you're walking towards it, there's always something there to block it. Especially a spiritual vision trying to be carried out through the flesh. It doesn't like it. And whichever one is stronger is going to have the momentum and the motivation to either go forward or to go off track and do what it wants to do. So let's keep that in mind. But revisit your vision. I had a PowerPoint full of these pictures of how I wanted to design my tea room, and I had forgot all about it. And I was looking at these, I was like, man, this is nice. I need to do this. And because when I first started Kaizen, when I first started with Bikigai, it was coming from the tea ceremony. And I have all these teas, and I have tea tables and things, and I have things in place and things coming. But it's kind of like these. I don't know if you can see this, but I have these chairs, not chairs, but pillows. I got pillows over there, and I'm not doing a tea ceremony. I'm not doing those things that I was set out to do, because I got sidetracked by, okay, well, I need to focus on the podcast for a second. And that second is gone now. I've done it. I've gotten where I wanted, and I need to get back on track. So just look back over the things that you have and see if there's anywhere that you need to go or you need to do to get back on track. Revisit that vision. And best of luck to you. Anything that you put your hands to, it's going to prosper. And, get your tea ready. We're going to do this. Kanpai.